Hello, my name is David. I'm 55 years old.
I'm Sherrie and I'm 60 years old.
Hey guys, thank you for being here tonight. Sherrie, I met you a couple of days ago and you called me and then you said that you were okay to answer my questions. Can you explain me why?
Um, it seemed like an interesting project, and I just thought it would be kind of cool, and I thought you were kind of neat because of all the stuff that you've done.
Did you ask your husband?
Yes, I did.
And so here he is.
And so I did a little bit of research. I looked you up and looked into what the project was. And during my life, I've traveled quite a bit. I've been to 47 states.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to 3 of the 5 territories. And I've been to Germany, London, and Tokyo. And so I've met a lot of different people, and part of what you're looking for is how we as people are more the same than different. Mm-hmm. And that was something that touched my heart because I feel that we aren't so much different as we are similar.
How are you feeling?
Fine.
Yeah? Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Who are you, Sherrie?
Who am I? Well, I was born in Naha, Okinawa. My dad was in the military, and I was in the National Guard for 20 years. And that's really where I felt the most comfortable. The corporate world I have adapted to, but my favorite thing was the esprit de corps and all the camaraderie, and you were like a part of a family. But then when we looked for a church and we found this church, it's like a family, so this is like a family to me too.
Are you part of the church too?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I am very active in the church. Greg gave me the computer for Hopkins Grove because I handle most technology.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, I have always been involved in religion, but not necessarily a specific religion. It's always been Christian, but I have moved through different groups within the Protestant community. I've attended a mass in Germany that was Latin and German. I didn't understand a single word about it. And then afterwards, we took a little hike up to the cemetery for the town and had another mass for everybody that had died from town. Mm-hmm. And so it's that part of it that I can relate with sharing with other people. I went to a mitten ceremony in St. Paul's Cathedral in London.
So does it mean that you believe in God?
Yes.
Yes.
Who is God?
Who is God? He's always with me, and I just know if I have any problems, I can pray to him and give him the problems that I have, and he's always there, and he guides me to do things when I don't know what to do. He's helped me, like when my mom started getting sick, he guided me to the right people, and they helped me find the place where my mom should go, and all the people that were there, they all helped. And it's just a number of times that I feel like God has helped me along my journey while I'm here on earth.
Mm-hmm. Does it bring you joy to believe in God?
Yes.
You, Sherrie, what brings you joy?
What brings me joy? Being around family and people that are like a family to me, because that's always been important. And then also being able to help people. I like to help people. Mm-hmm. That's really who I am.
Do you fear anything?
Feel or fear?
Fear.
I think there's always some fear. But I know that regardless of what happens, I'll be taken care of.
Mhm.
If I am attacked for my beliefs, or I am attacked for my color, it's their fear of me more than my fear of them.
You heard feel. Let's go to emotions. Are you in tune with your emotions, Sherrie?
Yeah, sometimes I wear them on my sleeve, unfortunately. I don't always like to do that. I had an incident when I was on annual training in the military, and I had been out before we take the group out to make sure everything is safe and all that ahead of time. And I had an incident where the guy that was supposed to take my place for the next several days was supposed to take my place. And then that morning, because he hadn't been drinking water because we were in the desert, he got really sick. And then I was mad, but I cried, and I didn't want to cry. And then I had my leader come over, and he talked me down, and he said, you know you can do it. You just did it for 3 days. So he calmed me down, and I was fine, and then we went on our way. But I don't like it that I do that, but it's just who I am, I guess.
Is it okay to cry?
I think so. For me, it needs to be a safe place. I need to be comfortable around the people. I do not show the vulnerable side very often. I was raised in the Navy for 20 years, and then I spent 4 years on active duty in the Army, and then another 14 years in the National Guard. So I'm very strict in the military, and I was raised with certain expectations of male stature in front of other people. And so if I feel comfortable, I can let my guard down, be a little more vulnerable. If I'm in a situation where I don't really know the people, I tend to put the wall up, tend to be a little more aggressive, but not necessarily combative.
Do you feel anger sometimes?
Yes, sometimes I do. Well, like I said, I was kind of angry when that incident happened, and I guess I kind of like to be the leader and like things to be done the way I do them. And just in the last several years at work, we've learned diversity and all that kind of stuff, and I think that's helped me a lot with trying to not be so angry about things that if they're not done my way, and to work with a team.
What are you proud of, both of you?
Proud of that I made it to be a captain in the Army National Guard, and that I'm retired and getting my money. And of my faith that I believe in God.
Yeah.
I'm proud that I can work with different people and not jump to conclusions. I've had a diverse experience. I've met a lot of people over my lifetime, and I've done a lot of things. I'm in my 5th career now. So I've dealt with different things, and I have talents. I'm not always proud of how I react sometimes, but I'm proud of who I am. proud of who I have in my life. I think that's the key thing, is the people you surround yourself with and how you interact with other people is what makes life more fulfilling.
What is your biggest fear?
My biggest fear? I don't like spiders or snakes.
Okay. Do you plan to vote in 2020?
Yes.
You do?
Oh, yes.
Okay. You always vote?
Hmm.
Is it important?
Well, not always.
No?
When I
I
was
do.
younger, I didn't.
I've been voting since I was 18.
Is it important for you, I suppose?
It is. I don't always agree with my party. Although I have a party that I have claimed, it doesn't necessarily mean that I believe in everything that the party stands for. I think that's one of the problems we have now. Right? That's something I've seen in the last decade, 2 decades, where there is it's not so much a division of the parties as a determination to separate, that they have become so fundamentalist that it doesn't matter what makes sense for the people as what makes profit or is being driven by the party. And that's one of the problems I have.
So, what is the truth?
What is the truth about?
Do you have a definition, or what comes in mind when you hear truth?
Well, that you hope whoever you talk to about different things that they're telling the truth. I don't really like it when people lie.
You, Dave, do you have a definition?
The truth is, we are a people. We're all human.
Mhm.
We've grown up differently. We've been driven by our environment, driven by our politics. But if you look deep inside, we're not that different.
You want to say something? So, what is your truth?
My truth, I just wish people would get along and we wouldn't have war.
And you, Dave, what is your truth?
We can get along if we listen. We're not that different. We have different ideas, we have different concepts. If you can listen and understand and feel, you can find common ground.
Would you like to add anything, Sherrie?
No.
Do you need anything?
Do I need anything? Need anything? Not really, because we have, as long as we have our faith in God and we believe this is just our place until we go to heaven, and I have the things I need here. Don't really need more. In fact, there's probably stuff that I need to get rid of.
Dave, would you like to say anything else?
I think we just need to be open to each other. We can love, we can hate. It's our choice.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
your time, for trying, for coming, for being so vulnerable with me, and I really appreciate your trust.
Thank you.
Thank you.